Hey gang, Easter Sunday here, weekly update, and I wanted to start with a shout out to NVClosetMedgrower and his sidekick, Mr. Big Dookie. Mr. Big Dookie has been part of the YouTube family, and while I don't know these guys personally, I can tell you that certainly it feels like you know them. And Mr. Big Dookie was lost this week, so shout out goes out to him. And we're always thinking about him. Big man. So from there, we're going to head up to the Pacific Light Concepts PLCs. I still have only one CX250 here. I will be getting the other one. I'm assuming it's a little delayed because of the holiday weekend. And you can see how crazy all this stuff is going. So I'm over here, right? Glimpse from this side. You can see how huge that second shelf is, and we'll walk around it after, but these tomatoes are going crazy up here. I now have that MARShydro way up at the top, and then I've raised these, about that. So if we come down here, you can see the chocolate pepper. It's got a lot of nice flowers on it, lots of pollen, so I'm hoping to get some fruit from that and some peppers fairly soon. This here is a red pepper. It's not getting a whole lot of light, so I'm thinking, you know, over time maybe it'll do a little better as we go along. And then this also, says sweet red pepper. I don't know if you can see that. Sweet red pepper for stuffing. They're supposed to be little, but these look pretty big. So whether or not I maybe mislabeled this, not too sure, but you can see we've got some nice peppers coming. There's 3 nice size ones, and there are some other buds on here too. And this is actually just up to the top here where you can see. So let me go around the other side. All right, before I go over to the other side, I do want to show you the rail. I'm going to just lift up this Tabasco pepper. You can see now that it's getting some nice roots. So I've taken everything out of here, you know, pretty much. There's just 2 peppers in here. And if you could, I think you could probably see down into the roots there too. So it's starting to do better. These guys just had no roots. Strawberry died, a couple other things died. So starting over again. I have just actually put a whole bunch of seeds that I'm starting. So some of them are strawberries. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try them in the rail. Also here in the Ebb and Flow on this side, since I'm here, I've moved this eggplant over here. Finally, I'm really hoping this is going to like it here. It's in a 5-gallon smart pot. Let me show you the label if I can. There you go. I think you can see it. Smart pot. So it's in the Ebb and Flow, and then it's in here with a tomato. This is an determinate, so I'm trying to let it grow up. You can see I keep pulling it up because the thing is crazy under there. So I want to just take a quick second just to go back over that weather station that I use, the Nanamo. You can see that I have the main unit here, and it works really well. It's really nice to be able to go back and check to see what's actually going on in my garden, even when I'm not down here. So here's the nutrient board for the Canna products. You can see there, and I am, you know, here. I'm on week 2 with everything. So that is the Ebb and Flow that's in there at this point. And eventually, once I use up all the Fox Farm, everything will be going to Canna. So there is one other thing that I've added to my garden, and that is a camera. You can get these pretty cheap. They're Wi-Fi. You just plug them in. You can see the cord hanging there, and you can get the app right on your phone, and you can look at the garden anytime, anywhere. And let me tell you, this is invaluable when you're dealing with water, because you want to make sure at all times when you're not downstairs or wherever in your garden and you're not able to see that you have some access to whether or not there's water. So I know last week I took a shot from here so you could see the PLC. One bar I have hanging on, now it's a frame, excuse the ceiling. You can see it's on a PVC frame. We're going to put reflective material on the ceiling and walls, so that'll help with that. But for right now, like I said, that other PLC CX250 should be coming this week. And let's take a look over here. You can see now from this angle, that tomato up there is just going crazy. I keep pulling them down with handy dandy pipe cleaners. I also have some Velcro stripping that I am using. Here you can see that pepper in the rail from this angle, and the what's supposed to be a red pepper in the front there. We'll see. So we come across to this next bucket, and that in the back there is a tomato that hasn't done as well so far. I'm hoping with now that MARShydro up there really right over top of it, that it'll start to come up more. And then we move over to the Hungarian tomato, indeterminate, going freaking crazy. I keep pulling it around. You can see, look at it, it's going nuts. It's up to the ceiling, and I keep pulling it down and trying to keep it from going nuts. But you can see it's getting some beautiful flowers. And I will show you the piece de resistance on the other side. Very excited for that. Alright, the other pepper I have in the rail right here, and this, I want to say it's Tabasco. I'm going to have to double check. But you can see it's really now starting to get into its own here. I believe the PLC LED was a little too low for that plant initially, so it had some trouble, and it had some trouble adjusting to the rail. It's looking pretty good there now. So let's come back over here. So I spread these guys out a little bit more, although I am, keeping the larger plants down this end away from where the water actually comes in, only because it gets a little bit less water. The new rooted plants I'm going to be putting over right near the inlet. So here you can see this is another tomato. Pepper. This is the chocolate pepper, and I think when I transplanted this a week ago, I showed you that there was a little pepper on here, and I said I probably wouldn't have transplanted it. Check this out. It's been like a week. I think, has it even been? Yeah, I think I did a brief thing last week. So going nuts. You can see it's got tons of beautiful flowers. It's beautifully green, and there is another little pepper. I don't know, can you see it? Let me make sure. There you go. So I'm very excited. Lots of pollen floating around here. This is that starfish pepper. This pepper, I don't know, the poor thing, I've topped it by accident a couple times. It's had some trouble initially, but I think it's loving the can of nutrients that I have in the Ebb and Flow. It's loving the smart pots. I'm using different size smart pots to see, how much I can really get in one pot. Like this one. You can use cocoa in the smart pots. You can see that the water, I still have it on for 11 minutes, 4 times a day while the lights are on. So we'll see how it goes. Here's another starfish pepper, and this one, when I transplanted it, I topped it again by accident. I didn't do it on purpose. The stem was just really not very strong. You can see how nice that's coming up already. Beautiful, beautiful growth on top of these. And then we have the Tabasco pepper, which I think is just now starting to come into its own. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to show you from this angle these other plants. And I do have the trellis mat, or start of a scrog. I'm not really scrogging things. I'm not weaving them in and out so much, although these tomatoes I am a little bit. And you can see the ground cherry over there doing really nice. It's, creeping itself over here. It's creeping up over there. So it's probably something I'm going to have to keep an eye on. But these are still in DWCs with a 5-gallon DWC with Fox Farm nutrients. So you can see I have a hole over here. I was watering and I didn't get to clean it all up yet. Comstock sauce, tomato, going crazy. Here's that tape I was telling. Can you see it? The Velcro, green Velcro tape. Just Velcro them to the. And you can push it right up here and kind of stick it in there, but you can Velcro it and keep it on one side of the net or the other. This is a crazy tomato doing all kinds of wackadoo things here. I don't know if you can see that. And then under there is the ground cherry. Let's see if I can find that. There's one in here that... Alright, so you should be able to see that, I'm hoping. It's down underneath. You can see that tag here, the tip of that tag. There's that one ground cherry. They're all starting to set up. I think it's just really liking the nutrients I've given it, and so it's growing a little bigger too. Lots of flowers, and I think, let's see, I'm getting on that one there. Can you see, like, there's a brand new little ground cherry growing up there. So, yeah, I think we'll be getting a lot of ground cherries once it gets going. All right, so this is the back side of that stand now, and you can see the tomato going crazy. And there is my first indoor hydroponic tomato ever. Yay! I'm very excited. It's a Hungarian tomato. It's its actual label. It's called Hungarian. So peppers. Still don't see any on here, but maybe. Look, right here. Let me point out. Lots more tomato. Flowers coming, lots of peppers. This cucumber is just not having it. It's just not happy. And I got little cucumbers, and then they just can't compete. So I'm letting it sit here because I don't have the heart to pull it out. And I keep hoping that maybe I'll get one cuke out of it. They're little cukes, so it is possible, but here's that tomato from the back, and then the back side of the peppers over here. And then also down here I have my full water culture orchids. And you can see they're still trying to find the best spot for them to be sitting. There you have it. More to come. I'm almost at 50 subscribers. Maybe we are soon. I don't know. There were 4 packs, and I think there may end up being 5 heirloom packages of seeds. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, also my Instagram channel, and then comment at the bottom of the posting once that posting for the giveaway happens. Alrighty, till then, peace out. Subscribe, like. As always, peace out, like, subscribe. Till next time.